Hello, everyone. My name is Zane, and I have once again been given a platform in order to go through another example of ourselves being misrepresented in the form of a fan-made adaptation. Today, I am joined once again by Kawaii-chan.
Hello, I'm Kawaii-chan, and we're back reacting to this series again, aren't we? I forgot. I was so busy making
Yes, we are.
cupcakes.
Well, fortunately, we're getting towards the end, and this video is called Stuff is About to Go Down, so you would hope stuff is about to go down. However, we have been duped by that in the past, so I'm not holding out my breath. But just to make everything extra amazing for us, we are joined by my brother, Garth.
Oh my god, hi guys! Oh my god, Zane, is that you?
Yes, Garth, it is me. Welcome to the video.
This is so amazing, guys. I'm looking forward to it.
No, you shouldn't be, but it's good to have optimism in life. It helps for when expectations come crashing and burning down, inevitably speaking. Now, on that note, let's see if I have everything prepared. Oh, it doesn't seem like it's the right folder this has gone in. Oh no, there it is. I thought for a second we were free, but no. Also, the new intro, but I assume it's copyrighted, so we're going to we're going to ignore this and we'll have it on mute. But despite that,
I see.
it's time to begin.
I would never match. I think that's probably a good thing.
No, I too have forgotten most of what happened last episode, so we'll see. But this intro keeps us up to date on what at least one person's perspective is on everyone here. One person's Lucinda is a loser apparently. Aphmau is annoying. Kaden is cold. You are fake, and Melissa is a leader.
Fake! How dare they! I make the best cupcakes in the world, and I'm the best cat sitter. How dare they!
You
Cupcakes
tell
more
them
like
that,
cupcakes,
Kawaii-chan. Tell them the truth.
is what Aphmau would say. And of course, right in the center we have Melissa, who is a leader. Good to know. Kawaii-chan Ashida. Well, someone did their research finally. I wonder if they remember what Aphmau's last name is. She has said it in the past on a stream, but wonder if they know. Aphmau Irene. No, incorrect.
No,
Wrong.
they got it wrong.
Oh,
That's
isn't
embarrassing.
that's the goddess, isn't it? If I remember my Mystreet lore.
That is the goddess, although that was the goddess's first name, which implies that her real name was Irene this whole time.
Oh no! That reminds me of the whole campaign I've been watching where there's a double H name.
Well, I mean, at least in that campaign, the double H stands for two separate things, not just Irene.
Yeah, that's true.
This reminds me more actually of Mario and Luigi Mario.
Oh no! Please do not remind me of that.
Don't worry, we have a much better version of that movie now. Anyway, yes, Lucinda Air, which we've never actually gotten what Lucinda's last name was, but that was what she's got called in this series, so we're going with that. Caitlyn just doesn't get the honor of the last name, apparently. And Melissa doesn't even get the honor of her first name. I am so lost. Okay, I gotta be fair. At least this edit of the glass shattering and all the people in the reflections, that's pretty cool. As much as we don't like this show.
I have a question. Why are you guys there? But I'm not in the intro panel.
Oh no, you are. You're on the left there, next to eye patch wearing Ian. That's you.
Oh, okay.
Why are you talking to Ian? He's a bad wolf.
Yeah, why am I talking to Ian?
Kawaii-chan, do you remember what happened in the previous episodes? Gareth and Ian, for some reason, have been hanging out a lot in this show.
Gareth!
What? He's been nice to me.
But to his credit, Ian, for some reason, has turned nice out of literally nowhere. He had a change of heart when he died, was brought back thanks to Blaze, and has since been, I guess, coming to grips with everything.
Can I poison him with one of my special cupcakes?
I mean, if it means we get Blaze back, go ahead.
No, why?
We might get Blaze back.
Why am I falling?
If everyone seems to be falling, no one has eyes. Then we have... Okay, so now Melissa gets a credit, but has to share it with Erin, despite the fact she was on the board before.
Huh? That's
Okay.
me, guys!
Oh my
Yep,
god,
there you go.
so adorable! I just would love to pet you!
Well, you can pet me anytime you want.
Yay!
Hmm. Anyways, looks like...
I never pet Zankun because, he's my boyfriend.
Well, thank you. I I appreciate that. Ian Irene, yes, and Aphmau Irene. That so at least we have the revelation that they were siblings. That's been kept. Apparently, that was declared a red herring, but has since never been corrected. So we're just going with that for now. Travis Valkram, that was confirmed, and of course myself. Pity I have to share a screen time with the credit sequence with him, but it beats
At
being
least
on
you
the
look
board, I
cooler.
suppose.
Come on, Zane. I know you like Travis.
He's not as bad as I thought he once was. Oh, it seems like we've got a request to be let in. Not sure by who exactly, but we're about to find that out. So someone is about to come in with opinions. Possibly, possibly Lucinda.
Maybe she can make a spell to make us forget about this series.
Well, judging from the fact that you've been here for almost every episode and know nothing about this, I think she already has.
Meow.
Then again, we might need another one, so it's good to have that option in reserve, I suppose. And then mystery person, uncredited. Okay. Right. Oh, okay, so we have, the first part of this video was inspired by this person.
Oh.
Ah, okay, so... This can honestly be either a good or bad thing in a gacha video. Because sometimes gacha tubers will open up the show that they're doing to their comment section. Which, in principle, sounds pretty good, give the audience the interactability they might be after. Sure, that's fine. The problem is that sometimes that does mean that they don't have anything properly planned for their show as it continues, which is definitely the case for LionGate because it's called LionGate Resort. We left LionGate Resort like half a season ago. So, yeah. In this case, probably not. Sometimes also, if the person is more directly involved behind the scenes, that they end up becoming too controlling of what's not their show. But in this case, that doesn't apply. So we just got to worry about the first part of this video potentially being inspired by somebody and that not matching what happened so far. Although saying that out loud, I do remember that no episode seems to match the one that came before it, so maybe that's not going to be so bad. My favorite people review my least favorite show. Well, we appreciate that.
Hello.
Enjoy the video, and I'll try my best to add shoutouts going forward. So I guess this is not a one-off occurrence. Alright, we're good now. Oh wait, that was Shad. Alright, we're good now. I am Shad. Oh, never mind, it wasn't Lucinda, it was Kim.
No, hi, Kim.
Oh, hi, Kim. How are you?
Good. Things have been going very well, actually.
How's your science?
Good. It's been going very well. Yeah,
I hear you have opinions?
Yeah, I have opinions. I didn't know. Wasn't Aphmau's last name not Irene?
It was not Irene. You are correct.
Is there any... Okay,
Oh, well, no,
this might
we just said
be...
before that would imply that Irene's last name was also Irene, and therefore her name was Irene.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure that Ghost, now that she's probably here as well, can confirm that is not the case.
Actually, Ghost is too busy kind of raging.
Oh
Raging?
no.
Well, I
And
mean,
let's just say Ian having the last name Irene kind of threw her into a little bit of a tizzy.
Oh, thank
I see.
goodness. I thought she was so angry about me and saying this relationship.
Yeah, I was gonna say, once she realizes that, we're both here together, that's, she'll probably want to show up, but for now, at least, I guess we won't disturb her more than we already have. Okay. Anyways, thanks, Shad. I hate that name.
Ah,
Shad reminds me of the Shad the Destroyer, and I don't want to be him ever again. I shall be known as Kunta Kinte.
oh!
What about a different name? How about Liam? Just because. No, that's ugly. What about Guardian? Honestly, I prefer Liam. At least it's like an actual name. Who
Good.
calls their child Guardian?
Ghost Kitty apparently is giving us a recap.
Dogen tried to give Kyle a tragic backstory so he could be redeemed. Shad was forced to forgive Enki, who was killed by Zack and got kidnapped and demanded by a lawyer.
I remember he demanded a lawyer because someone accidentally stepped on his cupcake.
Who's Zack? No, that's not me. This thing's Zack. Aphmau's father, not me.
Ah, wait.
I wasn't being serious about the lawyer thing.
Wait, they
Definitely not.
kidnapped Aphmau's dad? Why?
Well, I guess probably for information or as a hostage or something. Actually, you know what? I don't remember.
Oh, wait a minute. I remember Melissa getting hurt too, and somehow didn't die. Again.
Melissa gets hurt like emotionally every episode.
Let's just face it, Melissa is kind of the punching bag for this series, and I for one cannot tolerate it because Melissa is pretty nice.
She's the sweetest. Why
Yeah,
did
Melissa's
she have
always
to
so
die?
nice.
Well, I've seen more of her in business meetings than perhaps all of you have, especially you, Garth, because you don't like to attend those, even though Mom requests us to both be there sometimes.
Well, those are boring, okay, Zane?
In any case, yes, Vacation Melissa is very sweet. However, normal Melissa, she does tend to keep up the business lady personality much more. Although in this show, it drops completely, it seems.
Also, wait, I have opinions. I would like to
Oh yeah, that's
YouTube
right.
read
That's what I don't remember because Chuckles knocked me out and took over. That's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, giggles.
Also, I'd like to say something.
Go ahead.
Like, Kyle having a tragic backstory is something I personally don't vibe with. Is that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. It just kind of makes his character superfluous. Like, you can make him redeemable all you want, but that doesn't change his actions in the eyes of the audience.
Well, Dogen already tried that with Ian and failed miserably, so I suppose maybe this was like a second chance, which also failed.
No offense, but I hope Ian returns to hell.
Oh, we've talked about that actually. If Kawaii-chan poisons him, we might get Blaze back. I'm not sure what the rules are on that. No, what kind of name is Guardian? A good name.
No,
I named
it's not
my
a good
child
name.
Guardian.
It's not even a name at all.
Wasn't there like a meme or something, people naming their baby Doctor? And like a wishful future thing?
Yeah, maybe it's like the same. Aphmau, I mean, wants to name kind of, she wants him to change his name to Doctor because maybe he'll become a doctor.
Of course. And now she's suggesting Judgment. Maybe he'll become a judge.
Uh-oh, I don't like that idea.
I quite like the name. Yeah, it suits you. It's a good choice.
What name did he choose?
Judgment.
That's not in...
It's better than Guardian, I'll say that much. At least it sounds mildly poetic. Then again, that also probably would be a reference to the fact that Shad was the one to cast Judgment on Irene before, something which Aphmau wouldn't actually know. So would she like know to bring that up? That was like part of his whole deal. Not really sure.
Probably not, but we've had kind of metagamey things, especially from Aphmau, all throughout this. Aphmau knows things she probably shouldn't.
Maybe that's just her Irene powers or something.
Oh god.
To be honest, I don't like that idea.
I wonder if that's because... I wonder if it's actually because we spent so much time following from mostly Aphmau's perspective, so that when it finally came time for season 6, which was a lot of the time was not from her point of view, particularly more so than any other time that we've deviated from her, then maybe maybe Dogen just didn't realize that Aphmau was just not omniscient this whole time.
Honestly, Aphmau being omniscient isn't the conclusion you should jump to.
Oh no, that girl be dumb sometimes.
Yeah, that girl be really dumb. Like, I love Aphmau, but she sometimes has her moments.
I would name Shad Justin because it's close in spelling to justice, which also sounds there still being an actual name.
I mean, that's
True.
not a bad idea, to be honest.
I
I'll
was
agree
sure
with that.
I was sure in Judgment or something at least. Jude potentially. No problem at all. But it isn't over yet. We have Enki, but we need to revive all the Divine Warriors.
There's more?
Oh yeah, there's more. Menfio, Kolzak, and Esmond. Sorry, but I don't know any of the Divine Warriors' descendants. I guess he means apart from his own.
Also, I would like to say, you're the Divine Warrior of Knowledge. Aren't you supposed to be keeping track of these things? I thought Enki specifically would be the one to know.
Yeah, well... I guess he just forgot over the years.
As the Guardian of Knowledge, he'd be the first to know!
Well, fortunately, we at least know. Garth and I are descendants from Esmond, particularly, so we've
but
got
for
that
some
covered.
reason, you got the relic instead of Garth.
Hey, he doesn't have to get everything, you know. I can get things
I
sometimes.
should have gotten that relic. It was so silly.
Yeah, but it's generally a rule that magical artifacts are passed on to firstborns according to D&D 5e.
Oh, I was not aware of this.
You play
See,
D&D?
this is why Garth is our resident dungeon master. I've still got a lot to learn about that. I still remember when I put the town on fire and thought there was going to be no consequences.
Honestly, Zane, I sent you a letter so we could start a session together with everyone, but you didn't answer my letter. Maybe
Well, I mean,
maybe it's in the mailbox you never opened?
Yeah,
my letter! I don't know if ain't gonna get a letter from you.
Okay, well, I was about to say that since I get all my bills online and no one ever writes to me usually, I've not made a habit of checking that. Aphmau had that exact same issue with me way back in the day. But now it kind of seems like Kawaii-chan has been checking my mail instead. Oh, look, it's Travis, a distraction.
Hey, Caitlin.
Oh, look, a distraction.
Well, Caitlin
Caitlin's
isn't
not
here.
Caitlin is
Hey, Kim.
Sure,
not.
we'll
Hello,
go with that.
Travis. Enki is on the screen right now. Say hello to your
Travis, why are you flirting with him again?
grandfather.
Hello, great papa.
Sure.
Anyways, I just had to like pretty much clear my like whole browser to get rid of a virus. So, I would have came earlier, but
Wow, I wonder where that virus came from.
did you do it?
No, I didn't do it.
Good.
Do I look like I'm capable of doing that?
I don't know, you're pretty smart.
Kind of. Honestly, if we didn't know you, we'd probably pen you as like a computer genius or something.
Yeah. Hey, you're pretty big brain.
I am, and with the addition of Ghost, it's not helping me not look guilty in this instance.
Well, I mean, I'm not. Well, how much computer knowledge does Ghost have, actually?
Well, Ghost has magic knowledge,
None at
and she's
all.
pretty mischievous, so
Maybe Ghost downloaded something on Travis's computer and gave him malware or something.
Yeah, probably.
And I was making a joke that Travis got malware from all of those pictures of Lucinda.
Well, okay, listen,
no,
Lucinda129, I thought her Instagram was her real Lucinda, okay?
No, that wasn't a
No, it's not.
How
I'm
was I
pretty sure
supposed
that-
to know?
I'm confident that Lucinda's Instagram is related to like her like magic shop. It's like a branding page.
Yeah,
Pretty
for
sure
some
that's the
reason
real
I've been
Lucinda.
seeing a lot of fake accounts for her shop.
Oh.
So, since we're all in a group chat, beware of the fake pages. They're
Yeah.
most likely trying to steal your password.
Yes, and I
know,
saw that because it wasn't a letter.
I was almost considering giving her my address when she asked where I lived, but
We all live on roughly the same street as each other. That's like
Yeah,
the entire thing.
it was probably a good cue that it wasn't
She has
actually
been to
Lucinda.
your house.
That probably wasn't a good sign that. Well, that's probably an obvious sign that it wasn't Lucinda. But oopsie doopsies.
Oh, Irene. Okay. Moving on.
Honestly, let's get back to LionGate so we can get through this as soon as possible.
Please.
Sorry,
what
I
hurts
don't
more,
know
hearing
any
this
of the
anecdote
Divine
from-
Warrior's descendants. Also, I have a green tent for some reason.
That's because
No,
he's
that's
a force
that's not you.
ghost.
Oh, wait, and yet Irene and Shad isn't? That's kind of weird.
Apparently
Well,
Aren't we in like a weird ethereal realm anyways? Like, we're not even in the real realm unless her body's physically there, so...
Yeah, like, if anything, I would get rid of the green glow on Enki and give, like, a white glow to Aphmau since she's a, kind of a live person in the ethereal realm. But that's personally my taste because it would differentiate her from all of the dead people.
Yeah.
That is true. And have a contrast to what they would appear as apparitions, distinct in the regular. Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Like, but even
By
then,
the way, to his knowledge, Menfia the Fury and Kozak the Wanderer had no descendants, and is told not because MC was never continued. Well, sometimes people just don't like kids.
Well, to be fair, at least with the I think call them jury of 9. With the jury of 9.
what's the jury? What's the jury? No,
It was a stupid club I started back in high school after.
Yeah.
Shadow
Wait,
Knight.
didn't you say
honestly,
you
no.
start the jury of 9 like your sophomore year, but then for the next 2 years you ran the Shadow Knights instead, even though I thought you hated the Shadow Knights after.
What can I say? They had better branding.
Actually,
That was really confusing of you. I don't know why you just decided to do that, but
Actually, I can answer that question. The Jury of 9 back in ancient times was a group of heroes. Heroes in quotation marks.
Oh.
created by the royal family. Specifically, Zane were made for the protection.
Wait, 2 Zanes? Wait, is it all Zane?
Well,
Oh,
Kim knows
God.
that thanks to Ghost. Ghost has kind of already filled us in on the fact that there were other there were other people with our names in the past.
Wait a minute. What was the person with my name potentially cute?
No.
Would-
No,
Why?
Like,
I'm sure he was
it
adorable.
was cute, but personally not my taste. I was seeing someone at the time.
Oh.
Is this Ghost talking now?
Yeah, Ghost's magical voice filter isn't here anymore.
I mean, it's fine.
Which by the way, do we all hear the voice filter, or is the voice filter just there for the audience?
You know, surprisingly, that was never confirmed.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
In fact, from what I remember, I think some of us have been confused in the past about the fact that Kim spoke as 2 different people, which means we probably can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Anyway, Menfir and Kolzax remain a mystery. I guess because they didn't exist, maybe.
Well, to be fair, for what I've seen, I've looked up a drawing of the Jury of 9. It seems that everyone who descends from someone looks strikingly like them. You know, somehow I look like Mr. Green Tent over there.
Wow, you don't know your own
He's my great grandfather. How am I supposed to know?
And his name is Enki.
Enki is your great grandfather with 8 eights. What?
8? So is it 8 times 8, or is there 8?
8
8 greats.
Yeah.
He is your grandfather 8 times over.
I remember my 10th great-great-grandfather. His name was, wait, I can't really say it. It's kind of a bad word in Mifwaf terms.
Oh.
Actually,
what a weird thing to name somebody from the Mifwa race, then.
So wait, someone named someone from the Mifwa race a Mifwa slur? Wow, that's insane.
He was adopted
He was adopted, so his name is a Mifwa slur?
No, I think it was adopted with an existing name or something. As what I think that's what she means.
Yeah.
It's still very
scary.
weird they didn't decide to change it, but
Yeah, you
all
know,
right.
sometimes name changes when you get adopted.
He was
I wouldn't know, but
perfect.
I'm sure it happens.
It's actually quite frequent.
Wait, I got a question. Is Vlad adopted, or your half brother, or your full brother? Because this is a very important question. Did your mom get with another man while with your father, or is he like your full brother, or what's going on with that? Because that was kind of confusing.
Travis, there's a third option you're not thinking about. Maybe it was the fact that maybe God's grandparents had brown hair, and that allele just didn't show in either of her children until her
Genetically,
third.
yes, that is absolutely a possibility. In fact, sometimes my hair has been brown depending on
But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure distinctly in high school or whatever, Zane explicitly called him his half brother.
That is true. I did do that. I remember this
So
happening. Also, you see, the thing is, to quote a character from the campaign that Kawaii-chan was talking about earlier, the solution is quite simple. It goes like, and that's what happened.
Like Zane, I was trying to avoid an uncomfortable conversation by giving you a reasonable out. I didn't expect Travis to have the memory of a horse.
Yeah, the thing is that.
No, Cam, you run about that. He has a memory of a goldfish. All he thinks about is Caitlin.
Well, she's nice, especially with her arms, when she, grabs me and, picks me. We don't need to talk about this.
we all know that's a lie. We know which part of Caitlin's body you have referred to consistently more times than any other.
I'm allowed to like more than a butt, okay? I can I can like the fact that she can pick me up and throw me across the room. Am I not allowed to like that? Am I not
Well, I
allowed
mean,
to
you
like the
did-
fact
did
that she
like-
has perfume that makes her smell like flowers? Am I not allowed to like that? I
If
can
a
be
theme
more
park, sure, but you did
multidimensional.
push up a building one time, so I didn't imagine you'd be that fine with you know, the
Oh well,
strength.
she's gentler now.
Well,
She's
then
gentler now with me.
maybe we should go ahead and continue before it gets any worse.
I mean, that.
How could this get any worse?
You don't want to know, Travis.
I don't know. We get to talk about Kawaii-chan's hidden strength because I will say, you know, that, you know, she can lift.
Oh.
Anyway,
Wait, have you worked out
Anyways.
Caitlin?
we were talking about.
Anyways, we shall continue.
Yeah, so we have a list of the jury of 9 here from ancient times. So we have Janus the
Janus
Silver
the
Death,
Silver Death, Kaylin the Fire Fist, Jeffrey the Gold Heart, Ivy the Venom Scythe, Lillian the Silver Scythe, and Ivan No Title. And those were the jury of 9 to Gus Kitty's knowledge.
I've been the wizard, or the wacky wizard.
the Bronze Staff.
Oh,
No, I just made that up. I'm just imagining
Oh.
because like wizards would use like, oh, what else we use staffs? I don't know.
I mean,
You fought for it.
I don't know. Maybe. Anyway,
we had like Golden Heart, Silver Scythe. They're just going with the theme.
alliteration. Actually, wait. It doesn't always fit the alliteration, or maybe.
That wasn't even alliteration. Well, Silver Scythe,
Alliteration.
but Golden Heart wasn't.
Listen, Zane. I'm not a scholar, but I'm big brain.
The
There's the Silver Scythe and the Venom Scythe.
Oh, double sight.
yeah, there were 2.
Double Scythe.
I don't
Oh,
know.
we got double Scythe action up in here.
They ran out of weapons.
I mean, I would do. I don't know. Do Venom Scythe Silver Blade, maybe. Maybe
You know,
that's
I'm
better?
not sure if the jury of 9 when they were appointed had their own weapons and therefore that's what the nicknames were, or whether they were assigned weapons to train it under, and then they would be different. Because if 2 people who wielded scythes applied and got through, then I guess that would make sense as to why there were 2 of them with the scythe of some.
No,
kind.
I got it. We have Ivy, the Venom Hoe, and Lillian, the Silver Scythe.
Except for the fact that apparently the Ivy of old did not use a hoe, and therefore that would not work.
Well, hoes and
thought-
scythes are very similar, okay?
I'd like to.
Not according to Ivy, apparently.
No, the scythes are different. They were also a relatively uncommon weapon.
Then why are 2 during 9 using a scythe? Dang, that's
A
uncommon.
mere coincidence. Which,
Winky dink.
Well, let's just
Exactly.
get back to
It's
the
either
video.
It's
Okay,
either-
so this is my line, I guess. This is up to you. Find the divine relics. We are not able to help you.
What?
Wow, you're. I guess you're famously unhelpful. Thank you, me, or descendant, or ancestor, whatever.
His name is Enki.
Enki,
Enki.
Enki. I don't know.
The only help is that Esmond's relic belonged to Garth Maeve. Oh, there you go. So you did get
So you
something.
can help. So you can help. You just contradicted yourself.
So
Well, I
you're
think maybe
That's Irene saying that, though.
so you're of no help until you are of help.
There's nothing we could do to help. Actually,
Irene,
there is
Irene,
some
it's better from
information.
you.
There's nothing we can
Oh,
do to help
also-
except set you
also-
in the right direction, intrepid hero.
Also, by the way, Irene, is
Just
there
take
like
this girl
is
alone,
there
take her.
a hole? Is there a hole in the back of your hood? Because your hair is super long and coming from the back of your hood. Like, you have a hood on, girl. You shouldn't have your hair showing.
Maybe
Like
it's like maybe it's like one of those like bonnets that you like tie around yourself, and she just has that draped instead.
Maybe.
It's barely attached to her dress. Like it looks like it's a completely different material. So it could just be
You
like.
know, she
hanging
kind
from
of
her
looks
head.
like she's going to a wedding. Honestly.
Oh, funeral.
Yeah. Aren't you supposed to wear black at funerals, though?
Well, I believe the Tulian funerals are supposed to wear white as the color of death. That's what I've gathered from Kawaii-chan, at least.
And also, why is Shad wearing a tie?
We don't
That is
know
true, that's surprisingly
anymore.
modern.
He's like wearing a suit, but he's also wearing armor and he's wearing a jacket. I'm so confused by some of
That
these
one I am
designs.
confused about, actually. The other ones I can sort of rationalize, but not this. Not the tie.
I don't think he is wearing a tie. I think he's wearing a gemstone that leads into another shirt under his shirt.
Oh, okay
That
then.
just so happens to be the same color as the gemstone on his chest. It
So,
kind of looks like a tie, but it goes down to his crotch.
you know, these, all these outfit choices are very strange. I kind of dig Aphmau's outfit, but I also am not a fan of like the schoolgirl, like thing she has on. She's like, why are you wearing that?
Feels
Like,
more like
we're
a sailor knot originally, at least.
we're out of
Dress
Phoenix
in-
Drop High.
Dress in moderation. You're in front of the great ones.
I mean, this is also true. I mean, on top of that, she's probably like, I imagine it's really cold in the void.
Well, didn't she get like kidnapped mentally to go into the void? I don't think she chose to go in the void in this outfit, if I'm honest.
That is fair.
Oh no, she got kidnapped the first time. She's here by choice.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
And I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe the old ones don't care about her outfit, honestly. Maybe they're like, you're fashionable, girl. Okay, you're so fashionable.
I guess
You're a
they're up to
fashion
date.
icon.
They're more up to date with modern sensibilities and fashion than they are with their own divine relics, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, good to know. Let's carry on.
Don't worry, I'll try to revive the divine warriors.
Revive? Wait, do you mean like recreate with their descendants, or like literally bring you all back to life or into our realm?
Revive, like apparently you can just use the relics to bring them back.
Why?
That seems like a cheat. Also, isn't
Why?
a lot of their relics kind of dead? Like, didn't I hear something about Irene's relic dying or something and losing all its power?
You might have done, but I mean, Irene's there, so maybe she's
I don't
aware
know.
of that part at least. As far as the other divine warriors, then we don't know what happened to them, and I believe at some point in history, Shad did try to use his own relic to bring himself back, so there's a little bit of precedent for this.
Well, I thought Chad tried to get his relic back just to get ultimate power or something. You know, like kind of rule the
ultimate
world.
power would include the power to revive himself, I assume.
Well, I don't know. Was his goal to revive himself? I'm pretty sure he was cool going like banking off past Aaron's body or whatever. Which does
Phenomenal cosmic power. I'm still dead though. Maybe there's a possibility.
For some reason, people bringing each other back to life is a very common thing, and I hate it. Stay dead, please.
You have a ghost inside you. You're basically brought her back to life, or at least cohabitated with her.
Yeah, there's a very clear difference between cohabiting with an entity that is known to be dead and bringing this entity back from the dead.
Like, if there was a way for me to bring her back from the dead, I would, because she is the worst roommate, the worst headmate.
Oh. I mean, it could be worse. She could project thoughts in your head and project, gross thoughts in your head. Like, ooh, look at that person walking down the street. Aren't they attractive?
She does that all the time with Zane!
I was about to say...
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Hmm.
Ew. I thought she remembered her past and had a husband. Was her husband Zane?
No, she remembers some of her past, but not all of it.
Darn it.
Only the amount that was important for the celestial canon.
And also her name as well. That was, an added bonus.
Well, doesn't she have a doppelganger you could run into? Because don't we know a Evelyn?
Well, we do. We haven't seen her in a long time, actually. Not since the fall festival.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been 2 years, maybe 2.5.
I imagine she's doing well outside the sphere of influence of Gareth's terrible romantic advice.
You gotta puff out your feathers. Oh, God. Gareth, why did you go with that advice? Even I know that won't get the ladies. Although,
you weren't there at the time to stop it. You were
What
here the next
advice are you talking about? I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did. You did the
Kenmer.
feathers.
It wasn't to Emmeline, but it was on New
Kenmer.
Year's 2015. That was part of your advice to Kenmer. In fact, I walked in during that actually, and I said I only have one eye, but I've seen all I need to see.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
also you called the exploding feathers, which is the reason our house exploded even worse. Yeah, that's why our house exploded even worse. when the whole neighborhood exploded because you also lit up those feathers too, not just the other TNT. Yeah, you let those up. That's why our house is more of a crater, not because I blew it up at all of your exploding feathers when I went cuckoo
You
for Cocoa
did
Puffs.
kind of just imply, but
Yeah, totally. The feathers made it worse. That's what happened. The horrible exploding feathers made our household
Okay.
worse. Yeah, ha.
Didn't the neighborhood blow up after we came back?
Yeah. And when the neighborhood was there, our house exploded even worse than it would have.
Or you were like, oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't aware you were an expert on explosions.
Well, we had exploding feathers, which I don't know why we had exploding feathers in the first place.
I hope he would, kind of know what happened since, he told me the story of how he somehow flown from his house to the resorts you guys were staying at via the momentum of those exploding feathers, which I don't know how that works.
Well, you see, I went outside. I was like looking at the exploding feathers, and then that's how I did it. Totally, yeah, that's what happened.
Wait. Ghostie! Are you telling me I end up with someone in the past with Dante?
Oh,
Look, honestly, it's
whoa.
I saw this comment and I was going to say that well, it was a different era, different people. Clearly, the modern Kawaii-chan has far better taste.
Yeah, luckily I don't do hair buffs because.
Also, I
Where
was
did that
about
come
to
from?
say, according to Emmeline, apparently the Dante of the past was actually a kind and noble man.
Oh. Dang.
The very loyal sort.
Well, okay, then I suppose it makes sense.
I introduced her to the Dante of this world. She was surprised at how different they were.
Oh, God.
And then proceeded to
I mean,
scream
listen,
about
as
30
Dante's
minutes.
friend, I love Dante, but he's kind of the worst sometimes.
You guys share a house together, so I hope he doesn't hear that.
Nah, he's at the mall right now trying to, in his words, pick up some fly honeys with a new book he just wrote.
I thought Fly Honeys was your quote.
Well, he stole it. I'm kind of mad at him for it.
Okay, well, next time you two should share royalties on a book.
I know, right? I keep telling him that, but he keeps going, no, I wrote the book. Even though the book has weird advice, Caitlin have told me all advice in that book was horrible, so
Well, at least you believe someone about that finally.
Yeah, I'm maturing, kind of. Trauma will make you mature more.
Oh, okay, look, there you are.
Oh, why do I look like an e-boy?
Because
Because
you
you've
are an
matured, I
e-boy,
guess.
Travis.
I look like an e-boy.
You've matured into an e-boy.
I don't want to mature into an e-boy, no!
But why
E-boy
is Caitlin
Travis.
like this?
E-boy Travis.
E-boy Travis.
No.
E-boy Travis.
Also, what happened to my face? Is my face alright?
No,
Also, why do I have a lemon in my hair?
because
Let's
I
you'll
feel
sacrifice
like-
you to the e-boy gods.
I feel like part of my fashion sense, like with the lemon and leaf in my hair, came from like this girl I watched a TV, like a fashion show from, like Emily or something. Like she talks about like how cute the leaf is in their hair, and like all her dresses and designs specify that there should be a leaf in your hair too. It's go crazy, man.
Oh yeah,
Go crazy.
that was as she's known on Emily Wolf, as she's known on IMDb, the incredibly reliable source of information about her.
I mean, I have IMDb. It has nothing on it
You do?
though.
Oh, okay.
It's literally called like Travis the Man, and there's like a little winky face emoji next to it. It's great.
That's probably why it has nothing.
Who made that
And
page?
well, I did because I was trying to be an actor like 5 years ago. It went nowhere. It went nowhere.
Well, I mean, you seem to do well on the stage, right? You said you played Romeo like 11 times, I think.
Yeah, but like that's theater. I was starting to go into like movies and TV. Like there was like this one like movie of Romeo and Juliet call, there's like a gender bent version where like Romeo was like Romeo,
And Julius.
and Julius, exactly. And I was gonna be Julius, but they were expecting someone more dainty, not my buff physique,
Like, also, I gotta say something about the E-boy Travis here. Why is he wearing arm bandages?
Oh, did I hurt myself?
Maybe. Honestly, in like the previous episodes, that could have happened.
Anyways,
but if I'm wrong for my IMDb, I believe my IMDb actually just has 2 credits on there. It's like that one cat video that Aphmau forced me to do, and the cooking show episode that Melissa had a song.
Oh wait, did that ever get put out? I never actually ended up seeing that video.
Well, I assume it aired. I didn't tune in to check it out because it was a disaster. But
what do you guys mean? You guys were live on television while it was being filmed.
Wait, that was live? I thought there were like interview segments and stuff.
That was not
there was edited interview segments. What do you mean? It wasn't live?
It was semi-live. What you guys were doing on stage was live while the interview segments were spliced in.
Oh. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. I was about to be like, we weren't live.
It was the usual MTV thing of them cutting clips and segments to make you all look like the worst people, worst versions of yourselves.
Oh.
Yeah, I can imagine. Although that doesn't count as live because it was filmed as we were like doing the actions and stuff. It wasn't scripted, but afterwards the confessionals were about the scenes before that, about the clips, so they would have to have been filmed previously. But yeah, I don't know. By that point, we were like, that by the time that it would have like aired on television, pretty sure we were dealing with like, other stuff on top of that to do with the cafe. We were all distracted.
Like, I thought it was so cute that Lawrence was so excited to be on TV, but then the episode turned out how it did, and he was really disappointed.
Oh yeah, of course Lawrence would have shown that to you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, the reason that we met you was because Lawrence was rekindling something with you, so I guess
I haven't heard this story.
I guess in a sense, little Lawrence pulled out his best move when he was on TV.
Lawrence is the best. I also know that he can cook now.
I've known that he
could. I've known that he could cook, but now I know his skills. I'm not going to say anymore.
Maybe you can find out what Ghost's favorite food is. Maybe I can get her off of my scent actually.
Wait, wouldn't Ghost's favorite food technically be Kim's because it's still using Kim's taste buds?
That's a good question.
That's kind of meta. I don't know how to feel about that.
Anyways,
you can ask her at some point when she's done raging about this video.
Thank God you're not dead. Who's God? I only know Irene.
Look, we have mentioned God in the past. That has happened.
I only know Irene. Who's God?
Okay.
Is God another name for Irene?
So God is also a descendant of the divine warriors.
I believe this is meant to be like inside of her head. It's just not using a thought bubble instead. It's just the regular speech one.
Aphmau, why are you saying that? Why are you saying that out loud? That's kind of weird, man.
Without moving your lips.
I know you lie. Your lips are moving.
I'd like to say on a grammar point, a descendant of a divine warriors.
Descending of a single multiple divine warrior.
A single multiple divine warriors.
Of course.
Actually, no, that would make some sense that some of the divine warriors would pair up because of their jobs.
Speaking of people that paired up, apparently MCD, Garth, MC Lawrence were also guys, and Lawrence had bright orange hair. Yeah, I heard about the orange hair actually, because that was something that Garth did tell me about, that he actually had that as well before in high school. Not before I met him.
Apparently, for what I heard, I mean, and Aphmau talked about this when we were playing ponies one day, but apparently, Lawrence said his sister once dyed his hair orange, so I guess his hair is naturally brown, but I guess in MCD world, I guess, or whatever they call it, You know,
It was
his
the
hair was
opposite.
orange turned brown through hair dye, but in our world or
No,
our time period,
actually,
it's
I think it's the possibility that the events that occurred are exactly the same. His hair was brown, but then it was dyed orange. Probably so he could resemble his sister a little more.
maybe.
Probably. That does sound like a cadenza thing to do.
But didn't Cadenza dye the MCD world version of him's hair brown so he would look less like her?
No, she just got rid of the dye in Lawrence's hair.
Oh.
Honestly, you can wash out dye. It
Well,
doesn't stay there forever.
Actually, you can't really wash out dye if it's permanent dye. If it's semi-permanent dye, will come out in like several washes.
Garth implied
And
that
then-
Lawrence had the orange hair for quite some time in high school, like at least during their freshman year or whatever that was. Isn't that right, Garth?
I don't
He's
think
not
Garth is. I don't think Garth is in the room with us right now.
I think Garth is doing whatever doing.
Oh yeah,
like,
he said he was gonna work out or something. So yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay.
How's he? He probably
No,
works out by
no, I'm
throwing
sorry,
doors.
brother. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm here. I need to
Whoa.
keep up with the weights, okay?
What?
Whoa! He wasn't
Okay,
yelling at
you just-
you. Why are you so apologetic?
Fine.
Jeez.
As long as you're not involving me in your workout routines anymore. I remember last time.
Remember when you put all the food outside during a blizzard? Good times.
I remember.
Wasn't that like over $100 worth of food, by the way?
I don't recall the price tag. As Garth would say, "Daddy got dough."
Oh, well, does your dad buy your food? Wait a minute, your dad buys you food? I thought you guys pay your bills, not your dad.
Honestly,
Oh no, we do, but
I think
it's
that
like a gift or something.
I think that Zane pays his bills. He seems like a responsible adult enough to have a job. But I don't think Garth has ever had a job. Not that I've heard of.
Well, he's had some, but they haven't lasted for different reasons. It seems. We've never. It's been very ambiguous.
I
Oh
would
well.
love to figure out what Aphmau's job is.
Was I think? I don't know.
Kawaii
Does she
Kawaii
work-
told me that she and Caitlin were going to team up and find that out at some point, but all they got out of her was there was a night job. That was it.
Ugh. Night jobs are the worst. Like, I once worked a job where I was pretty much up to 2 a.m. working. You know, it was horrible.
Like, retrospectively, I don't think Aphmau is in any condition to work anymore, so she might have been forced to quit that job. Due to,
Well, I mean-
what happened at the resort.
She was also like fully committed to the Kawaii Treat Mates Week Cafe, so that might have been a thing that she devoted full attention to.
Well,
She
in the
was
words
kind of expand at some
Well, in
points.
the words of Gareth, Daddy got dough, but in this case, it's the daddy of the Lycans. The Lycans got dough.
I guess I don't think he was the financier of any of those situations. So
No, he was never the financier of any of those situations. In fact, he kept as far away from it as possible due to trauma reasons.
also, I'm pretty sure he's kind of dead right now.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be more difficult than I thought, apparently. Oh my god.
I was literally told who had the relic,
Oh,
but I'm not
Oh, wait.
Ivan.
Who's that? Is that Kai?
Yes, that is Kai.
Okay, why is Kai's ears purple? I thought they were like this like blackish dark blue, maybe. I don't think they were
What can we say? One could, apparently you can dye your hair and it doesn't wash out. So maybe this
Yeah,
was just
and
a
like
remake.
dang, everyone's got a white streak. Also, he has like facial scars.
They all have
I'm
a
more
white...
concerned about the fact that he has piercings in his human ears that do not exist.
Oh, it's
Also,
human
like-
ears. Wait, Kawaii-chan, do you have secret human ears too?
Also,
See, we know Kawaii-chan's has
Apparently
secret
she
human
does.
ears.
I will confirm this. She does not.
Oh,
Like, I will also say that Travis, they all have white streaks because they were part of the villain gang? What's up with villains in this show and having white hair?
I
Hey,
don't know,
wait! I have
real-life
completely
gang-
white hair. I have completely white hair. I take this as an insult. How dare you? Having white hair doesn't make you evil. You know what makes you evil?
Oh,
Being
Travis,
mind controlled
please,
by
we
a
don't know
demon.
what you've
That's
gotten
what
up to
makes
over
you.
the years.
But didn't the demon
Trauma.
also have white hair?
Yes, that's my point. I'm not meaning Travis is evil. More like the demon inside of Travis was evil.
I'm listen, okay. The
Shut
trauma
up,
be getting me.
Travis. I'm trying to have a conversation with Zane.
Wow. You know, I'm hotter than Zane.
That has
I
nothing to
know,
do with
yeah.
this conversation.
Zane, please help me. I'm
Okay.
I'm between the two stupid ones.
Well, I'm. That doesn't sound too bad, honestly. But okay. So let's move on back into the video.
Bro, chill.
Yeah. My patience is low right now, Kai.
Dang. Dang, okay.
I just wanted to know that if our target is alone.
Oh,
I just wanted you
Oh,
to
question
know
time.
that our target is alone. How do you know that information?
I guess he's been conducting surveillance and then rushed back to report that,
Either
which now means
that,
it's probably
like,
outdated.
no. Like,
No, he's asking if if the target was alone to Ivan.
no.
Why is he? No, he's not asking. There's no
He's
question
not
mark, and there's
asking
no.
anything.
It's conveying
He's
information.
like,
I
hey,
just
our
wanted you to
target is
know.
alone. And I know that, even though I've been standing right in front of you for presumably the past few minutes. What are you doing?
Apparently, Kai sees all.
Kai sees all. Omniscience.
Who? Caitlin.
Hey, you leave Blueberry alone. Leave Blueberry alone.
She's a
Also,
human.
I don't know if you see private chat, but Koi-chan said she's not feeling well.
Is it because she ate some cookies that were made by expired eggs? Because
She did mention something to do with like bad batch of cookies. Not sure if it was the eggs or not, but that makes sense. I'll check on her after this. Then we are honestly not very far into this video at all, so we should probably get a move on.
Let's scoot.
Yeah.
Let's just scoot a little faster.
inform boss. Oh, he could
Oh,
teleport.
there we go. That's why. Because apparently he now has powers. Unless Ivan's the one who teleported him with his warlock powers, maybe.
I guess, but I didn't think he had powers.
I just want my Lucy back.
I don't like his eyes. I don't like how he's staring into the camera either. That's kind of weird.
Or I thought you were going to talk about like his light brown eyelashes
With his
hair.
black hair, which that's kind of strange.
Anyway, speaking of Caitlin, there she is.
Caitlin's kind of pretty.
Right?
Although she wouldn't wear a flower crown in a million years. Like she
Right.
hates flower
Why
crown.
would Travis want to meet here? Why would Travis want to meet me here? What's up with the skirt I'm wearing? Why is it more detailed than everything else around me?
I
I'm
think it's
surprised
I
they wore
think
it
I
to
think
begin
I
with.
think whatever program they used, they used a mod or something, and like one's a modded item, and like the some other items on there are less detailed or not modded items.
Truth be told, has anyone ever seen Caitlin in a skirt before? I'm trying to think back now. I don't think they have.
I think she wore a dress when I like that time when she like right before like she was casually wearing a dress when they were like going to like when we found out about the pageant thing in the mall. I think she was wearing a dress
Okay,
then.
yeah, I guess. And
she also
prom, I think.
But she also wore a dress during Starlight, or at least initially before the whole
Before
incident
everything went
happened.
down.
Yeah, before the incident happened, she was wearing a dress. And
Yeah,
then she
sure.
was-
She wore
Yes,
dresses.
I
like
have.
a skirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, was that
well, she wore a skirt in high
Sorry,
school,
sorry,
so that was
brother.
a uniform
I'm
thing.
having some internet problems.
Okay.
honestly, it's okay. Like the internet is an enigma that comes and goes.
It sure is.
But yeah, I was still using gym Wi-Fi, so I personally don't doubt it.
Oh yeah.
constantly feel like I'm being watched.
I always feel like somebody's
Like,
watching me.
Actually, that was pretty
Dang,
neat.
how did you get the jump on Caitlyn so easily? Like, dang, I know you're a
I guess
warlock, but
it's-
like, oh.
Well, there you go. I guess that's the reason. Although I'm surprised that a warlock would use a baseball bat as a weapon of choice.
I mean,
Yeah, like,
You think that he would have a sleep potion of some kind.
you know,
yeah, especially
but
since the goal is to not harm the subjects of their kidnapping.
I mean, I hope she's all right. Speaking of the real
Probably
Caitlyn, I should go check on her. You know,
Hello, Ocean Love.
she wanted to have a date night tonight, so I should go do that. But you know, I hope you guys the video gets better for you guys. I don't know.
Well, like I was about to say, it's LionGate, so probably not.
Yeah.
It's an admirable sentiment. Thank you, Travis. Well, and then there were 3.
Also, I was about to say, Caitlyn is most definitely not fine. She just got hit by a baseball bat, which is blunt force trauma. We love blunt force trauma in this house. Not really.
Sometimes you just try to say that you're fine, but you're not really fine, but you can't get to it because they wouldn't understand.
I think this is, that was a,
Oh, wait, that was an Ivan line. That's how it's done. Let's get back before boss flips.
why would
About what?
boss-
The fact you've been gone for a minute? That's not really much time at all.
The fact you've been gone for a minute, the fact you got one of the targets? Or the fact that you hit the target you were attempting to kidnap?
Yeah, because the boss is going to find out about that part at least. Hours later. Oh look, Travis has got flowers that are the exact same shade and possibly species as the flower crown that Kin already had. Maybe he bought the flower crown for her in the past.
That
Go on.
was... Like I was about to say, there was, blood between those motion frames, so it looked like he had a ghost spectral image.
Also, it looks like whatever happened to his face before is slowly healing because he's changed down to some lighter bandages. Also, it seems like he's no longer too much of an e-boy anymore. So I guess this is
Why is he
Good
wearing a
improvement for him.
beret? A beret? A beret?
a beret. I don't see a beret on his
Not
head.
a beret. A beret. That's not how you pronounce that. But he has a thing in his hair,
Okay,
right next to his eye. You
it looks
don't
like
see
a hair. Yeah, it looks like a hair clip of some kind to me. Is that what they call that, bre?
No, I just can't pronounce it for some reason.
It sounds like you're about to throw up, honestly. Bleh.
Oh, this is supposed to be like a time lapse of him waiting.
Yeah, and it's getting slightly darker as well. You know, again, not bad. You know, 2 things in this video so far have impressed me. And I guess just as it starts to rain, he disappears. Oh,
he
good.
does have
We're
a
back to-
hard time staying in place, you know.
Oh, good. We're back to these 2.
I love K-pop. Right?
Well, I've experienced somebody who feels that way for sure.
What's on your mind, Melissa?
My mind is just racing.
I'm sorry about today with Kyle. I know you're thinking about that. It's fine. He has a tragic backstory. He probably will forget about it.
Of course. It's an angsty flashback. Something, something, I don't remember the words. Anyway. Oh, Barrett, I believe. Another word for hair clip. Okay. Travis evaporated in the rain. He sure did.
Travis evaporated in the rain.
You understand me so well.
I'm good at paying attention.
Oh, by the way, I unmuted the video like ages ago. There's been like no music. Just to reiterate that for people.
I can't tell if that's an improvement or...
Well, it means no copyright.
You sometimes ignore people, though.
Oh, darling, I pay attention more to people I love.
This feeling, it feels familiar.
I don't believe Lucinda's ever like been this flirtatious to Melissa specifically. Like, yeah, she can use flirting sometimes, but
yeah,
usually,
I don't think so.
yeah, usually whenever Lucinda flirts with someone, it's not for
Entirely kosher purposes.
exactly. I mean, even the stuff with like Travis in Acon 2016, that was questionable as well. Because I think what part of that was just to mess with Caitlyn. Oh, I guess she's remembering. Was that meant to be Kyle in the past? I'm not really sure. It
No,
was
I don't think that was Kyle. I think that was a character we haven't seen before.
Oh, maybe it's a descendant of Menfir or Kulzak was supposed to meet later.
I was about to say, could you quickly go back so we can get a good look at that character design?
I can try. Let's see. Nope, that was too. There we go. Okay, let's. Well, that was close. It's fading into Lucinda right now, so yeah, there was something there. Again, it looks a little like Kyle.
It looks a little like Kyle, but I'm gonna say it's not Kyle. Partially because, you know, the legs look human. One of them is not a robot leg.
Also, just realized like how skinny Lucinda's legs are.
Or how skinny Lucinda is in general. They look like they've been bit crushed onto the bed.
I guess so. Although
Someone
her arms
just
are
used
much.
a hydraulic press to put them onto the same mattress.
I think Lucinda just skips leg day because her arms are way thicker. And of course, this is the thing because I was going to say before that Kai was probably not going to be too comfortable with like knocking Kitten out with a baseball bat, and I guess not cleaning the wound either because that thing is still bleeding. Because it's my understanding they had some feelings for each other, so here we are.
Kai?
Miss me, love?
Okay, he was never this creepy
Hardly.
about it. What is that face? Did she step on his foot and he's trying to hide the pain? Is that what that is?
And I'm taken,
No,
Kai.
I just
Bye.
think he's trying to do the whole. Oh, look at me being so cute.
Oh no.
I'm taken, Kai, by a man you could never replace. Yeah, let me rub it in your face that I'm with somebody else. That'll
I
totally help me.
I wouldn't mind hurting him to get him away from you, which is not going to win anyone over. Oh yeah, please, I'll threaten physical violence against the man that you love in order for you to love me instead. That makes perfect sense. Oh, so Carlson in the previous episode must have had an abusive ex. Okay, so that might be the person.
Stay away from Travis. Why would you tell... Okay, this is just one thing. Why would you tell Kai the name of the man you're dating if he just threatened to harm Travis?
I think Kai's met Travis before, so I think he knows who he is at least.
Ivan? Balto?
Oh yeah, I guess we'll show Riven, show off the fact you can teleport people mere inches away. That was necessary. Well, you know what time it is. Okay, Jacob taught me this song, so I know it. Red flags, they're bad for you and I. Red flags, next time
Next time, call the
FBI.
FBI.
There we go. You remember me?
Yeah, you cheated on Lucinda. Balto bullied Aphmau and Kai and Kai used Aphmau.
It was a little bit more complicated than that. Also, Balto was like way worse to Aaron.
Balto was such a non-character.
Well, true, that's mostly because he was relevant to Aaron, and we didn't see that perspective. That's why. Anyways, I'm glad you remembered everything. That's not everything,
No,
but
she
sure.
didn't remember everything. If anything,
I'm glad you
Aphmau
remembered
probably-
one specific thing for everyone.
One specific thing for everyone. Okay, if you want me to break down, like, whatever happened between... I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, no, we could skip that line.
What do you want from me?
Well, I want Lucinda, Kai wants you, and Balto wants Aphmau.
Why does Balto want Aphmau? When has that ever been a thing?
Boltmau! There's probably a fanfiction somewhere.
I guess? Written by Dogen, presumably.
And Kawaii-chan's mother is here to claim her daughter back.
Okay, this is a genuine surprise.
Yeah, that is a genuine surprise. What?
It's quite simple. We are going to capture the people we want and take them away.
I guess this is the part where, like, you know, you tell the kidnapped person or the trapped person your evil plan. You know, I guess Ivan became Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Also, wouldn't it be more prevalent? Wouldn't it, be more effective to not tell her the evil plan?
Yes. But oh well. I forget Ivan cheated. I just remember being a terrible boyfriend to Lucinda, and Lawrence has defended Lucinda from Ivan one episode. Yep, that is also true, and yes, but Lucinda did say that she got cheated on, and that's the reason she hasn't had a relationship since Ivan, actually.
There's also, a few offhanded lines of dialogue to suppose that Ivan was really not a good boyfriend to begin with.
The one story beat that is actually somewhat decent in this entire show is the fact that Lucinda has actually been able to get past at least like her previous romantic trauma in order to potentially like trust somebody again and hopefully, find a form of happiness. The problem, of course, is that the way that everything's gone about in this and the way that everything was going so far. Oh boy! But at least the idea in principle was decent enough.
In my opinion, it would make more sense for Lucinda to have the relationship trauma and not Melissa. But we already discussed that in the previous review of LionGate.
Oh, well, yeah, we definitely did.
You won't get away with this. My friends are smart enough to not fall for your stupid trap.
What stupid trap? You got knocked out with a baseball bat that you couldn't have seen coming. They can just do that again multiple times. They don't need to set a trap for anyone.
That's why we have masterminds behind this project.
Correction.
That's right. We kidnapped you very simply, but for everyone else, we need multiple masterminds in order to help us through. We're kind of dumb.
Also, I was about to say, no, you don't have multiple masterminds. You have a singular mastermind.
Unless we're about to meet some new people.
Oh, I can't wait for... Kai and Balto are quite stupid. They just make the process a lot They just make the process a lot easier. Sorry, it's sometimes hard to read Dogen's writing.
A little bit, yeah.
But luckily, we have masterminds working on this project.
You just said that.
Yeah, you said that before.
Oh, look, I guess it's one of the masterminds. And
Oh,
what
look.
a coincidence. It looks pretty much like the ex that Melissa was imagining. I wonder why that could be.
I wonder where this plot is going. Say hello to the second of two plots this show is balancing. I swear, if these two plot lines don't come together at some point, I'm going to scream.
Meet our boss, Olivia, also known as Melissa's ex. That's what we call her, of course.
That's our singular mastermind. I don't know why I said masterminds unless, you know.
Ah, there we go. No, there's a person, okay. And the person who is guiding most of the mission. Another teleporting warlock.
Kyle?
How
Okay.
could you?
I just helping out my cousin. Oh yeah, would you hear when we made like Kyle robots?
Yeah, I heard when you made Kyle a robot.
Okay.
I can't believe we trusted you. Also, my arms were bound before, but now they're not because I need to have an emotional pose.
Guess of that. Oh wow, footsteps. I guess because everyone teleports, they teleport silently, but they can walk around. Oh, sure.
I was about to say this is the only sound effect we've got, so everyone enjoy it.
Oh hey, Garth, you got a line finally. You're relevant to the story.
You're relevant to the story, finally! Even though your hair is disconnected, even though your bangs are disconnected from the rest of your hair.
And it seems like that cross earring is also just, hovering over the void.
Yeah, there's not even like a piercing, it's just kind of dangling there.
It's a magnet. Anyway.
What's wrong, Travis?
Caitlin ditched me for hours.
Really? That doesn't seem like something she would do.
Oh no! Like Zane, look at Aphmau. Did she suddenly get skinnier and taller between frames?
I think it's because her head seems like it's more squashed now. She got the Lucinda legs treatment, but all across her entire body.
She looks like a Brain from Pinky and the Brain.
Again, it would make more sense if Balto were replaced by Ian, then Ian in the main cast could be replaced by someone else in the cast, maybe Kim and Lawrence.
Like, I was about to say, like, having Ian in the main cast changes nothing. Other than one scene, we could have Lawrence and nothing would change. Like, it is my main... I stood outside for 6 hours waiting for her.
You probably should have called her.
In the pouring rain.
By which, of course, you mean that it was pouring at the end of those 6 hours, because you left immediately. That being said, I'm not sure if this is deliberate or not, but his hair does look kind of wet, actually.
Hopefully you don't get sick. Also, that wouldn't make sense, because if you look at the window, it's light outside. Why would his hair still be wet?
I guess the rain stopped very recently.
Is she even here? She isn't here. I
Who's talking?
think it's you talking. I can't tell. Yep.
Oh, right, of course, because my humans see my mouth open. Okay. She isn't here. She left hours ago and refused to tell me where she was going.
Oh, I hope this doesn't lead to a cheating plotline.
Well, here we go. Yep, this is the thing.
Kill me!
You're gonna join your roommate in death.
She wouldn't cheat, right?
Olivia was the one to kidnap Zack in the previous episode, and the person who Zack could have wanting a lawyer. I knew it. Dogen could never make me like Kyle. You know something, Ghost Kitty? I feel sorry for you having to, like, recall all this information. Like, the fact that you haven't been able to erase it from your subconscious.
Like, it's just the fact that that's the problem with trying to give Kyle a kind of backstory. Because even if you give Kyle a traumatic backstory, it won't change the point of view of his actions from the POV of the audience. And even then, blaming people doing bad things on trauma is usually moot point because people can do bad things without being traumatized.
Or they can be traumatized and do good things as well.
For instance, I'd like to point
Yeah, I wasn't traumatized, but I just wanted power and control for for many years.
Also, okay, slow down. Oh, I would like to say to hear that your girlfriend is missing and automatically jump to her cheating is kind of presumptuous of you.
Yeah, first make sure she's, safe and well.
Call her. Call her. It is the year of Irene 2024 or 2020, 2016 maybe. You have cell phones.
Yeah, this by my calculations, this would be early 2019, but still
Early
cell phones for sure.
2019? Still, call her cell phone if she doesn't answer, take that as a sign that something might be wrong, like a normal person. That is my main problem with LionGate. No one acts like a human being in this show.
Yeah, Jacob and his crew originally got us to do this because because we thought wouldn't it be horrifying if we saw what we represented as and how they don't act like us at all. But actually, to be honest, they don't act like humans at all. So not acting like us is just a moot point.
They act like cardboard cutouts that are emotionally driven through romance. And
yeah,
for
right
some
down to
reason
being flat like Aphmau.
And for some reason, it's the original characters that have most of the personality that the cast was supposed to share.
Which really does go to show that Dogen really would have been better off just writing an original show with original characters.
Maybe you can make a show of a bunch of original characters from the Aphmau universe, learning about the mythology of Irene and putting together their place in the world. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Have it be sort of a mythology / mystery sort of thing. I don't know. Maybe people found out about the ultimate werewolf or something.
That did make news at one point.
And it's a mystery of, is the Ultima really dead? ? We, the Scooby-Doo Mystery Gang, have to solve this mystery.
Was there really a tie to the Lycan family? Because that was the question on people's minds.
That seems like a more interesting show than whatever this is. And honestly, original characters are underrated. If you can't write the cast, write original characters. That way you can give them all of the flat personality you reason to complain.
Exactly. That's the thing with adaptations, is that a lot of people will miss out on the fact that if you're going to adapt something that's, beloved by a lot of people, or that, is based on something else in general, is going to end up being compared to said thing automatically. So you want to do your best to add the new ideas that you want, but also stay true to what it was originally. And hopefully that way you'll determine what it was that you liked about the characters to begin with, and the thing you're adapting, because there must have been a reason that you were drawn to it. So clearly whatever happened was, somebody, according to you at least, did something well, probably multiple things well.
Like, it's to the point where I'd rather watch the other MCD, not MCD, the other Mystreet spin-off, because it is significantly better at characterizing everyone than this is.
I forgot what my main issue was with that other version. I forgot what it was called now, so we might have to go back to that in the future.
Honestly, please, because, like, I thought it would be as bad as LionGate. But turns out it's actually pretty okay. It gets good. And I just didn't give it a chance.
Anyways, apparently it's midnight now. Where would she have gone?
What do you mean it's midnight? Look at the window! At least dark in the background, so it looks like it's night outside. Let's not jump to conclusions here. Let's get some rest, and we can talk about her tomorrow. Or, you can give her a phone call since she's currently missing.
Yeah, also I guess Kawaii-chan just has nothing to say about it. Kawaii-chan's already asleep. I mean, Mifos do sleep a lot, granted, but while this is happening, her roommate's gone, so...
Like, she's missing! Call her! Report her to the police! No, not a good idea! Okay.
No, it absolutely is not a good idea.
No, don't!
She wouldn't cheat on him, right? No,
No,
me.
she
That's
wouldn't.
not what would happen. Me.
What are you, some sort of moron?
I've known Caitlin for years, and I know she would never.
All the more reason to call her on your cell phones! Aphmau and Aaron getting attacked, Melissa getting attacked, and Caitlin vanished? Yeah, it's almost like these incidents are
Connected, yeah.
I'm having a conniption fit, Zan.
Apparently so's Garth. Hasn't said anything for a while.
Caitlin vanishing doesn't seem like a coincidence. Oh boy, you don't say!
You have a point, Garth.
Finally, some people with the brains.
Let's just get some rest and sort this out tomorrow.
No, don't
It was my
sort this
brain.
out. No, I was about to say, don't sort this out tomorrow, because if she's missing, every second is on the clock. Her kidnappers could have heard her by now.
They haven't seen him at enough Liam Neeson movies. Anyways.
You don't have to do this. By the way, how's my Caitlin impression on a scale of 1 to suck?
How far down the scale do you have to go before you reach suck? Nah, it's all right. It's all right.
I think I'm putting in too much emotion.
Well, there is that. Anyway, speaking of no emotion, yes, I do.
Who said you have to do this?
Well, I mean, the anger, of course, was being accurate to her emotions. Fate.
Then change your fate.
Loading fate drive. Engaging. Changing fate. 15%. 25%.
Also,
Fate
didn't
change,
he like
50%.
not wear shoes in scenes earlier because he had that robotic leg? Why is he suddenly wearing pants over his?
I guess he's hiding the robotic leg now.
Why is he hiding it?
He got cold. His regular leg got cold.
You can't change
fate,
fate. No! 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 That's a defeatist attitude. Get out of here. Who said?
This is for the best Caitlyn.
The way you said Kaylin gets me every time.
Here is a helpful tip. Loading tip. Don't try to escape. They have cameras everywhere. Your arm has a tracking device on it, so even if you did escape, they will find you. Of course, you can just wriggle through that with your wrist and get the tracking device off, but counter-argument, please don't do that.
I am also really stupid.
They won't hesitate to shoot you.
Okay, what?
Don't worry, if you cooperate, nothing bad will happen to your friends.
Okay.
I mean, most of your friends won't die. Oh, I mean,
Also-
most of your friends won't die.
I'd like to say that they want her romantically. Wouldn't it make sense to not kill her? And just recapture her?
That's true. You say that they're not going to hesitate to shoot her. Well, Kai certainly will. And if they want Kai on their side, you would think that none of them would shoot her. Unless he means like with tranquilizer darts or something.
Also, doesn't killing everyone seem superfluous?
I mean, a little bit, based on what their plans actually are. I'm afraid that Melissa's life will be ending soonly.
Soonly is not a word!
Adding soonly to dictionary. Her crazy ex is planning to kill her at 5 p.m. Well, I guess we can say that 5 o'clock can come soon enough. 5 o'clock can come soon enough.
5 o'clock. Also, Zane, this is a callback to the first episode. At 5, you could die.
Oh,
It all loops back to the terrible poetry.
man, they finally actually brought something back from the previous episodes. Well
I
then,
think it was unintentional.
is Dogen possibly planning to wrap up this series at some point? Also, if it was with Amici, they were to continue Michael the Demolog's work. That sounds more reasonable, because Elizabeth wanted to continue that anyway. And Zach seemed to be on the fence, but Amici would have been on. But yeah, of course. Even that sounds like more character accurate from the other version. Oh, well, sorry, you're talking about your continuation of Mystreet. Okay, I see. It was called Relic Reborn and Fall of Menphia. She was over Travis and... Okay, I see. Alright then.
Also, I think the callback of at 5 you could die was probably a coincidence.
It was a
Knowing
terrible
Dogen.
half run anyway.
Why exactly at 5 p.m.?
Let's just say it was a special time for their relationship. Now, if you excuse me, I have friends to return to.
You don't.
I guess he can teleport. I can't even sleep. But I guess he slept, okay. She's still not here, Aphmau. Well, at least Aphmau looks like more like herself, unless like she's been like squashed into a hydraulic press now. Then again, she is definitely taller.
Well, now we should panic.
Oh, thank you, Aphmau. Now we're at the exact time frame where it's okay to panic. Good to know.
I don't understand how she went missing.
Well, you weren't there with her for 6 hours, so yeah, that's a very simple way. Oh wow, I paused at the wrong time. This mid-frame.
Oh, look, the spectral image of a crotch.
Yeah, we're gonna continue. There we go. Oh, okay, I guess Garth's gone for real now this time.
And then there were two.
Anyways.
Hey guys, why do you
Oh. Hey, guys.
why do you
Why
smell
do you
like
smell
Caitlin?
like Caitlin?
I forgot he had glasses sometimes. What do you mean? I don't smell her. Oh, that was Travis, dang it.
What do you mean I don't smell her?
That's because you're a human being, Travis. You don't smell her because you're not a werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what Aphmau says right here. That probably should have been obvious, though.
My smell is better since I'm a human and you're a werewolf. Why do you look nervous, Kyle? It's almost like you've been caught, Kyle.
Where is she?
Activating nerve suppression. I have no idea what you are talking about. Okay, so Travis got into position and like was about to strike, but then he waited a few seconds just so that Kyle could flinch. That was weirdly timed in the animation.
Or just so the fade to black would happen. Also, Zane is just casually sleeping in the background while all of this is happening.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Based on their facial expressions and body language, they're not projecting right now. So this could be very quiet.
Where is my girlfriend, Kyle? Where are my testicles, Summer?
I don't know.
You're a stinky poo-poo liar, Kyle.
Travis? Someone want to explain? Kyle
Kyle
won't tell
won't
me.
tell us where Caitlin is.
Of course, he's doing the thing where instead of looking angry, he's now going to like the insane mode. Because of course, that's what everyone does. They always start like smiling and acting like crazed anime characters when this happens.
Actually, no, he looks more shocked, if anything.
He's smiling.
Like, I will say that some people smile during shock, mainly because they don't know how to process their emotions.
But what is he shocked about at the moment? Because like a shock would be if he just found something out. Now he's reacted before. He's shown anger. Now he's going back to shock as if he just heard about something. Also, Aphmau, turn around. Act like you're interested in what's going on with Caitlin and Kyle and Travis, please. Like, I'm asleep. I've got an excuse. What's going on with you? Just shut down.
Honestly, most of these characters shut down like we're in a 90s anime. Dogen can only move a few of them at the time. Having too many characters on screen is too much for Dogen to keep track of, so most of them just stand there like statues until it's their turn to talk.
Jacob has known a few Gacha tubers that are like that. Also, by the way, the blood has like moved from one side of his mouth to the other.
Caitlin is missing? Yes! You know?
And Travis now has his mouth full, apparently. I told you, I don't know where she is.
Stop lying, you're making it worse.
Exactly.
Back to the screaming.
Honestly,
Really, back to the screaming. This is the first time he screamed this entire thing. Now I should wake up.
Also, Melissa, I will say if his girlfriend is missing and Ian is I just called him Ian. That's because it would make more sense for this to be Ian and not a random OC. Kyle? Like, I think if Lucinda is missing, not Lucinda. I think if Caitlin is missing, Travis has all the right to be angry. He has all the right to scream and shout and,
And let it all
threaten
out.
the man who he perceives as responsible. Like, this could be Caitlin's respective kidnapper. We know that he
Exactly,
isn't, but we know that he's connected to it.
Exactly, Melissa. Pull yourself together, fix the lateral inversion of the I like K-pop on your shirt that would not be a thing, and act like you care.
Please act like you care, because right now this is infuriating. Hitting him, Travis, won't help us find Caitlin. Stop!
What a weird way of phrasing that.
It won't help us find Caitlin, but it will.
That depends. That depends how hard he's gonna hit him, because you might start talking. First line of Michi better be going to have Michi still in the face for a person made a loyal to Ian. Was she under an effect before, like in Emerald Secret, or she just tell because she's Michi and that's just what she does?
That's Michi and that's what she does.
Let's us split up into groups and go look for it. What is this, a Scooby-Doo mission now?
Also,
Where are you gonna start looking for clues, Melissa?
Also, I was gonna say, Melissa, like, it would make sense for you all not to move. It would not make sense for you all to split up, gang. It would be more productive for you all to move in a group, especially since a few of you are being attacked and disappearing. Have you never seen the kidnapping PSAs?
I guess she hasn't.
Glad you agree. Now I'm going to help Kyle.
Oh, that's why she's doing this. She's got an ulterior motive because of Kyle.
Kyle's hiding something.
Yeah, of course. Isn't that obvious?
No, honestly, he could have just teleported with Melissa away now and just wait till 5 p.m.
Yeah, like, there are so many, like, since most of the evil team is warlocks, there's so many, like, open chances for them to just start snapping people.
Exactly.
That's what it sounds like. Is hiding something. Oh, Caitlin, where are you? Missing! You all should be looking for her.
Well, I guess they all would wonder where they are. Also, he gets his wound cleaned up, but Caitlin has to have a bleeding eye covered up by an eye patch.
Also, as we said, as Jacob has said before, that's going to be stuck to her face in a few hours.
And possibly infected.
As soon as that blood dries, that eye patch is going to be stuck there.
Thank you.
I don't appreciate you getting into fights with my friends.
I mean, Travis was the one that attacked him. I'm very sorry, Senpai. Which is what I call you now. Also, I'm just realizing, like, that the way that wound is like still on his face, it makes him look like his what was it? Was it called like vitiligo or something? Was that the name of the condition?
Vitiligo.
Ah, there we go.
Why'd you even call me that? We're not in high school.
Well, I mean, it's not just a term for high school. It just it means it means
Upperclassmen.
older person. Well, it means an older person. So sometimes even like outside of that, you would still say it's like someone who's older than you. Is less common in the workplace. Sometimes that's also a thing.
Stop acting like a jerk and picking fights with my friends.
I mean, as far as she knows, he's the one who's been attacked. Travis is completely unscathed. Why is she lecturing him?
Also, there's also valid evidence to link him directly to a kidnapping, and you two are having a conversation.
Well, I mean, also a question.
Question. Do you remember anything of my parents?
What a random thing to bring up right now.
Jacob! Can I break character for a moment? Let me break character. I need to scream and shout and let it all out.
God, okay, all right, go on. Don't pick fights with my friends. By the way, can you tell me a bit more about that, please?
Okay. Melissa, honey, there's evidence to link him directly to a kidnapping, and you're standing up here having a conversation about your parents with the kidnapping.
Oh goodness!
Like, I would.
Finally snapped. This show is so bad that we finally snapped and broke out.
I would also like to point out that Travis you hit Kyle because Kyle does apparently smell like Caitlin, which makes sense.
I mean, yeah, Melissa didn't see, wasn't there to hear that. But
she wasn't
still,
there to hear that, but she was there to hear directly from Travis that there is evidence that he might be involved in Caitlin's kidnapping.
At least Travis said that Kyle knew where Caitlin was and wasn't telling them. That should have been her question, rather than just saying, "Do you remember anything of my parents?" Like, I know that my friend is missing, but let's think about me for a second, you know?
A more logical question to ask is, do you know where Caitlin is? So we know that, hey, do I have reason to be angry at you or not? Do I have reason to kill you? I would have loved to stay in character, but at one point this stops making sense enough that being in character physically hurts because I can't say some of the things I want to.
Yeah. I'm lucky I have enough practice with the Zane voice, because I've been tempted to drop that as well multiple times.
Honestly, I'm sorry to go out of character, but at this point I'm so just broken, and the fact there's no music, I don't know if it makes it better or worse.
This is the final scene as well, I think. We're so close to the end. You know what? I can at least add some music in here, maybe.
Please.
Here we go. Have some lo-fi.
I feel like after this I need to take a Benadryl and go back to bed. 2 Benadryls so I get knocked out for a couple of hours. I am physically allergic to this video. My mental is not mentaling right now.
Okay. Right. Let's just wrap this up. I don't need to go back into being Zane or anything. Let's just finish this as ourselves. It's whatever.
I'm sorry to break character, Jacob, but
honestly, it was kind of funny, so whatever. Okay. Let's see. Does he know about his parents? That's the real question. You know, does he actually have the information? It's fine if you don't. God, I remember so much about them. What is... Got?
I think Dogen was trying to be like, God, I remember so much about them.
Activating sarcasm. Your parents are quite unique, Melissa. Don't you mean were? They're dead. So it's hard not to... Well, one of them is dead. Theory of mine. Rachel's alive, but whatever. So it's hard not to remember them.
So, So, what do you even know about them?
So much you wouldn't believe. I remember how your father had a favorite brand of paper.
Are you going to tell us?
And he refused to use a different brand of paper. Unfortunately, I do not know any brands of paper, and neither does Dogen, so that is all the information that you shall receive for today.
Let's just say he used to use inkjet printer paper and didn't use anything aside from inkjet printer paper for his documents.
There you go, sure. that works. I remember that, how he would inspect each paper to recognize his favorite brand of paper. What? That's a colossal waste of time!
That's
Wouldn't
also
they all
called-
be like, just
That's
open them up from the packet that they would come in from the brand?
Yeah, it makes sense for him to be the one to open the packet since he or his assistant should be the one who's...
And he was
Printing
aware
the-
he can sniff the paper if he wants to.
Honestly, paper does have a smell. You can tell which... Okay.
Remember the time I bought you guys that pancake robot machine? Robot machine, if it makes sense. That was actually my little sister.
Like, honestly, I'm like, slow down. Like, this conversation... hold on. This conversation is superfluous. Why are we having it?
Yeah, I thought Melissa was trying to figure out like some new information or something, like Kyle possibly knew something more about them. But this is just like a test and, you know, a trip down memory lane now. While Caitlin is still missing, and he's the only person that has a lead.
Kaylin is missing.
No.
He is our only lead. But for some reason, we're having a conversation. A walk down
Yeah.
memory lane with Kaylin's
I don't know.
respective kidnap for the person.
It's definitely not a glitch in the actual... Okay. Alright then.
The lo-fi is not helping, Jacob.
I forgot about that. They use that machine so much.
I still remember you guys sending me thousands of pancakes
Oh,
the
sorry?
robot made. I don't
Alright.
think the lo-fi is helping. I'm still like
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. Melissa and Aaron sent pancakes through the mail. They could never like revise the script and be like, "Hey, wait a minute, what the heck am I saying here?"
You're aware that even if he sends something through the mail, it takes 3 to 5 business days for it to reach location. So
I always received a bunch of moldy pancakes back in the day. Oh, this is so nice. Thank you. He just does like that thing that parents will do sometimes where it's like, oh, you made this thing? Ooh, yum, yum.
The logic isn't logicking. Oh my gosh.
Alright. So, after that, yeah. And then it broke my parents through a funeral for it. Rip Sally the pancake robot. Ah yes, my sister Sally. We were from the same manufacturer. Hey, Kyle, promise you won't let my parents be forgotten. Why is that up to him?
Why are we having this conversation? What?
Maybe Melissa knows she's gonna die. Oh, that's right. We're gonna think she's gonna die next scene, so maybe he's gonna have the mission now because I guess Aaron doesn't count. I suppose. I believe in LionGate, Aaron's got his memory back, so I don't know.
Like, he does have his memory back. So we're just having this conversation with Kyle, even though there's no point.
This reminds me of we only have 20 minutes. 10 minutes. We've got to decide who's going to get sacrificed. It should be me. No, it should be proceed to go past 10 minutes. Yeah, that's a little bit like that. No one remembers my parents like I did, so sometimes I think they're forgotten.
What about your
Well,
brother?
no one remembers anyone the same way that one person will, because everyone's got different experiences with them.
And honestly, your brother. What about your brother? What about your, blood sibling relative who grew up with you?
Maybe his memory hasn't come back to him, or maybe because Melissa spent more time with them in a different way, and she has a different vision of them, particularly, especially Derek, I imagine.
Promise you won't forget them.
Is she trying to wipe away a tear or something? He's wearing glasses. That doesn't work.
Honestly, Melissa is smudging his glasses.
I promise I won't forget them. Visibility impaired, down 80%.
Honestly, you want to know what would have been great in this scene? It's like, yeah, they laughed over fond memories, and then Melissa just knocks them out.
Now take that for Caitlin! Anyway.
No, actually, it would make sense to check him for any of Caitlin's kind of DNA, see if there's anything in his pockets.
It's one of her hairs!
Because, if there is a little bit of Caitlin on him and it's still fresh, it does link him directly to Caitlin's kidnapping.
Let's see. This follicle here. Yes, recent. Okay, here we go. I've got a scent. Let's go.
Actually, no, that does work.
Yeah. I mean, assuming they're nearby, because otherwise they have to travel. They can teleport, so they could be anywhere in the world, but, maybe.
They could be anywhere, but if we know anything about magic.
I know they are watching us. They were just by the window. Oh no, I think I rewound by accident. Okay, where are we? Pancake road machine. Come on, we're almost there. Actually, wait, maybe I didn't pause it. Maybe that was just literally the end of the episode.
Oh, I hope so.
So they're watching you from the window that is not the one behind you. Is actually this one that was here the whole time, naturally. And here we are now.
Why are their eyes glowing suddenly now? Why does she have a sniper?
Yeah, nope, that's it. That's the episode. That's the end of the episode.
Okay. Oh, my chest, my heart.
We're gonna have palpitations after this.
Okay. I'm just gonna slow down right quick.
Have you had an accident that wasn't your fault? Have you been subjected to LionGate Resort multiple times? Morgan and Morgan can help you reclaim.
Honestly, give me that phone number. I need Morgan and Morgan right now.
Yeah, Morgan and Morgan versus Dogen and Dogen.
Okay, let's slow down right quick so we can think about what just happened in this episode.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. We started off with Aphmau's mission to revive the Divine Warriors, and Shad deciding that, to give himself a different name, Judgment, I suppose. After that, Aphmau returns, and that never gets brought up again in this entire episode.
And then we focus on plotline B, which does actually matter significantly, where the main villain at long last, finally makes a first appearance. Literally and metaphorically, as in a hallucination, memory, dream, vision thing that Melissa is having. So now we know that Melissa and Lucinda are close. Good. But we also know that everybody is a moron. Because when Caitlin goes missing, none of them raise any alarm bells whatsoever or go to find her in the slightest until the next day.
In fact, Travis, who cares about her the most supposedly, thinks that she might be cheating, and that's the reason that she's disappeared.
And not any other, of the more logical conclusions that a human being would logically come to.
Especially for Caitlin specifically, yeah.
Because Caitlin doesn't seem like the cheating type. In fact, she doesn't even seem like the relationship type outside of Travis.
And Jeffrey. But yeah.
And Jeffrey. Yeah, but the thing with Jeffrey didn't work because Jeffrey was, he already had the heart for another woman, his daughter.
Oh, I guess and Luca, yeah. Luca as well. But, whenever she's in a relationship, Caitlin is very loyal to that person. Unless they're too nice to her, in which case she breaks up with them. But,
Like, I kind of get the too nice thing. It can be seen as a red flag.
I mean, yeah,
if you're being nice to someone, great. But if you're, like, bent over, kissing their feet, then, yeah, that's a red flag. So, we've figured out that these three are, like, a trio of villains operating under the same management of the abusive ex-girlfriends.
Yep, they're all a bunch of jaded exes of some kind. Not even that sometimes, because Bolter didn't date anyone or have interest in anyone.
They want to kidnap the girls to either kidnap them and take them someplace where they can't be anywhere near their current ex and or kill them. I'm not sure where
they wanted each other and that none of them would come to harm apart from Melissa. So it seems like Olivia has plans to do away with Melissa particularly. Like, she's the more extreme one as the mastermind, but everyone else is just like, okay, well, as long as we get to I suppose claim our crushes for ourselves, then that's all we care about, I suppose.
Actually, no, Jacob. There was a line that Kyle said, and he says, if you cooperate, most of them will not die.
Yeah, so that's the exception was Melissa right after that.
Yeah, the exception was Melissa, but it also makes me wonder who else is on the list of not exceptions.
I mean, if there are more people, there could be more people, but it could just be Melissa as well.
But
unless Bolter wants to get rid of Aaron as well, that would kind of make sense for his character.
Yeah, it would make sense for his character, but Aaron has been missing.
Yeah, he wasn't in this episode. Yeah, what happened to him?
I would love to believe that Bolter would love to be rid of Aaron specifically, but Aaron's exclusion in this episode kind of brings that into question. It seems like Bolter wants to date Aphmau for the reason of, I don't know, we need him to have a motivation, I suppose.
And Aaron wasn't available.
And Aaron wasn't available. Like, it would be nice for Ian to take Balto's position, because that actually makes some sense. That's because Ian working on his own is, a brilliant guy, but he kind of flubs up pretty badly near the end of the plan. Either by making himself too comically obvious, or
and he also his plans always have other people to a certain extent, whether or not he's answering to them in the case of Demon Warlock, or if he's making himself become the alpha and therefore using them as a defense for him, Jackson Ryder, for example, against the other werewolves.
This plan would make more sense
Wait, actually, hold on. Jackson Ryder. They have a reason to be jaded against Aphmau. They would have both made sense here. Well, I mean, they're not really. I guess they wouldn't want to date her, but they would. I don't know. They would
want revenge.
Yeah, potentially.
Honestly, there's a lot of characters that could be slotted in more perfectly than Balto.
In my head, I was thinking Xavier, but actually, wait, no. Xavier has a vendetta against Aaron, so yeah, he's out of the picture too. But yeah, probably quite a few others. Michi as well, because Michi always gets involved in some places. This might be the one time that Michi could hold down a stable job, and it's working for evil people. It makes sense for her.
I'm going to shift delete Balto, and I'm going to control paste Ian, because it makes more like.
The problem is that Ian's already like, you know, a redeemed by Dogen standards character in the series, and you know, a friend of Gareth and such. So he's already around. He needs to be deleted from his own reality first, and then someone has to be put in his position. Lawrence, perhaps.
Like, I think I know the reason behind that. It's because Dogen is trying her very hardest to unconvincingly ship Ian with Gareth.
Yes, I too remember the last time I saw a couple of characters dance to 1273 down the Rockefeller Street. Instantly made me know, yeah, they were destined to be.
Like, if anything, she's trying a little bit too hard to ship them. But I would like Balto being here doesn't make much sense, because Balto was dethroned as the alpha male and then kind of disappeared.
Yeah, he had like a brief thing in like a Wolf's Tale where he like teamed up with Ivy to steal a plush, and that was it.
Balto was such a non-character, so it makes absolutely no sense for Balto to be here. And literally anybody else would make more sense than Balto.
You know, I see. Wait, no. I was gonna say Gene. No, he's already patched things up. Never mind. Whatever. They had options. Is the point. So, and I guess on top of that, it's interesting that now we know who the masterminds are. I guess Ivan was not a mastermind enough himself.
No offense, but it would make more sense for this to be Ivan's plan.
Yeah, I was also saying that Kai is actually like Kai. Yeah, he had a crush on Katie and everything, but he never. I mean, as much as we talk about like the things wrong with his character, he was never on a level where he would ever go to this extreme at all.
Like, I never reasonably saw Kyle as a villain. Sure, he is a little bit of a 2D bum, but he's not a bad person. You know, bad within the context of being an evil villain sort of deal.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, honestly, get rid of Balto and Kai and put Jackson Ryder in there. We're perfectly fine.
Like, I'd argue I'd switch this whole cast around. I'd put Ivan as the mastermind instead of the OC ex-girlfriend who abused Melissa. I'd have this be Ivan trying to get back at
Lucinda. Which actually also gives a reason to get rid of Melissa, because if Melissa's in the way of that, then that might be why, instead of the Jaded X in her perspective.
I admire that they wanted to have an OC as the villain, the one pulling the strings, but from a lot of point of view, because you're working with already established characters with, you know, histories all to themselves, it would have made more sense to utilize the characters at your disposal rather than create new ones to fill a power gap that you perceive is there but is not actually there.
I mean, yeah. If Ian did replace Balto, Michi could be his assistant again, like Michi in Relic Reborn is working as a business assistant. Yeah. Again, the one time I think Michi could hold down a stable job is if she gets to be evil. And if it
Let-
pays well, of course. You know, those two things are important, Michi.
Let Michi be evil 2024. The American president can do it, so can Michi.
Sure, God, imagine Michi running for office.
That would be more entertaining than this. How come every time I watch LionGate, I find more and more things to be angry about?
Because it just seems that there's more and more things that are being like missed opportunities. I mean, with an adaptation of Mystreet, there is so much that you actually can do within the confines of like having it make sense for the characters. That's partly why everyone's been clamoring for a season 7 for so many years, because it wasn't concluded, because there were so many things that could still be done with the characters. It wasn't just, and that's also why it was able to be extended for so long. You know, there was a couple of times where it could have been like season 1, 2, and 3 all had like a sense of finality to them, because Aphmau could have thought like, oh well, you know, this is not gonna perform as well for so long, and it continued to do so. You know, we've got all the spin-offs and prequels and yada yada. So
that's why I think Aphmau trying to condense the whole story into one final season isn't going to work out the way she thinks it might.
Depends if the season's you know, the usual like 35 episode length that we had for half of the seasons of Mystreet in the past, then maybe. But then again, this is like an animated thing, so the budget for that would be, you know, astronomical. So who knows?
Who knows? Maybe she can afford it now with all of her YouTube Kids money.
Potentially. I mean the cafe studio thing that we like sent around as like they were looking for art people actually does say that she's one of the top gaming channels now. So absolutely, that's kind of seems like it would be plausible.
But I gotta say, for everything I hate about LionGate, I don't see how this could have any redemption. Personally, I would have focused.
Well, Dogen sucks at redemption, so you know.
Yeah, like I don't think this series has any motive of improvement. And that, coming from me, is a very harsh insult. It's only reserved for things that I legitimately despise. And I don't see any positives in this. Like, it looks good sometimes, but that I'm going to revoke that sometimes, because I've noticed that the characters are being squished in a hydraulic press more and more.
Yeah, quite visibly, yes, for sure, and also metaphorically.
Sometimes between frames, they are like super thin, paper thin, mind you. Cardboard would be jealous of how thin they are.
They're cardboard cutouts, so I guess they would be, yeah. They're paper cutouts now. That's what they are.
They're paper cutouts. It just keeps getting worse. If this was a story in the Mystreet universe about OCs, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. There are so many myths.
Like, you know, the roleplay that BB and I did back in the day that also featured mainly OCs made more sense than this. And yet that was a bunch of people who clearly all did not have like a joint idea until much later about what was going to happen.
It's just I wanted to join so I could laugh at some LionGate, and instead I came out of this feeling legitimately angry. I've never felt this angry at something before, and I have anger issues. There are so many just.
I mean, yeah, you guys are more than Adam Code Purple Remastered.
I like Adam Code Purple Remastered. That's still on the top of the list, but this is second.
Okay. Well, yeah, we need to watch some Aftermath, definitely.
That's because this entire season is a head-destroyingly terrible missed opportunity. It could be it has potential to be so much better, and there are some glimpses where you can see that potential, but it's just stop focusing on OCs and use the cast. Because there are a lot. There's a lot you can use. There's a lot you can use. Sorry, Jacob, I went on a tangent. What's your final thoughts on the episode?
Well, there were two things that I liked about this, and that was the shadowed mirror thing from the intro, like Zane said before, and also I now forgot what the other thing was. It was somewhere in the middle. And it was so unimportant that I just forgotten it already. There's one thing about this series, like yeah, as much as it like traumatizes you in the moment, you forget, you like put it out of your mind immediately because it is so alien to your vision of Mystreet that it just can't like correlate whatsoever. I think that's why we keep forgetting every time we watch one of these, like, oh, what happened last episode? Oh, this thing happened. Because wasn't just us, like clearly there were some other people as well in this that, you know, were not very just did not know what was going on. Also, but with the exception of like Gareth, because Gareth was being played by Adri this time, so he wasn't here previously. Apart from him, everyone else should have had a chance to know, but still didn't. And yeah, I guess Ghostie is the only person now. I hate to remove so much from last episode. That is true, but yeah. So I guess it means that, you know, this is definitely still somehow still on a decline.
It's still worse. How is it getting worse over time? I thought it would get better, but it didn't. It just spiraled downhill faster than my last relationship.
Ain't that the truth? Okay, well, I guess we'll have to see from here, because at the very least, it seems like things are starting to wrap up. Because we had a bunch of reveals this time, which means that we seem to be approaching the end game at least. And that should at least give us some hope in life. Last thing to say is, of course, now vote for Michi. Michi is great. Indeed. Yeah, go work on Vote Reborn. Yeah, someone at some point got to do a gacha series that actually reflects the source material. Whether that ends up being me finally, or, you know, Aidan, or Ghostie, or a combination of all of us, or Ghost Kitty, who knows, but someone. And Wendy Garcia survives right at the end. Yeah, we're getting out of here. We're leaving now. Yes, make all the meaty sounds perfect for a campaign. So yeah, please leave a like or dislike if it's your opinion matters. If you haven't done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.